guys, welcome back to another episode of American Truck Simulator Multiplayer. The last episode was a disaster. I was recording for too long, I was getting stressed out, so I just quit off and I didn't care about my load. So today we're going to find out if that load, let me just mute it so that in case I go into the game it doesn't disrupt us. We're going to find out about the load, see if it's going to be due back or if... You see, because it's just the same cycle in this game. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Instead of, I don't know, Tuesday, January 16th or something like that. It's just Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Which is a little annoying. But it's actually good in our case, because if it was like that, if it was like January 16th, January 17th, January 18th, we definitely would have had to deliver the load. I don't know about... So let's see. So it's about, I don't know. It's about 6:45 a.m. for Eastern time. So for the Europeans, it's nearly 1 o'clock. So they're not out of work yet, and the Europeans aren't out of work yet. The U.S. people aren't even in work yet. Well, maybe some of them, but whatever. I'm going to turn back the audio. I hope that worked. Don't worry, we'll find out. It worked. You saw the 100 in the red bar? I think you know. Oh, remains 8 hours 40 minutes. But yeah, but do I know what time it's going to be when we get back into the game? It was that much distance, but it was too much. It was going to take like another 10 minutes. Let's see. Yep. The delivery's late. The delivery's late. I knew it. I knew it. And of course we didn't get spawned in on a Saturday. We got spawned in on Friday. Because last time it was Friday when we spawned in. So now it's Saturday. I'm sure now it's Friday. And we're not recording too much later than we recorded yesterday, so... I don't get it. So let's just get back on the interstate. Stop worrying about all this. I know we've been keeping an entire load hostage for weeks, and they're going to fine us for it. Back on the road. Oh, finally, new mail. Pull over. Mail. Look at this. Loans. That'll save our back for a couple days. That'll save our back for a little bit. Should have forgot to make sure about the overdraft settle, but I bet you not for long. What are the diagnostics? How much is it gonna cost when we get there? Shoot, it's gonna be it's gonna be this too much. Just too much. Now, why'd I pull over in the middle of the interstate? Okay, well, first of all, people in the left lane could end up passing me. It wasn't on a turn, so they'd have enough time to see me, and there aren't many trucks on the road to, like, disturb me, so it's okay. Alright, so... Fresno. Oh my. Let's get away. The cruise control readjust. Of course, not until the engine needs to malfunction first, and then now I have to manually do it. You know, I think it's just safer to just take it slow on the interstate. If we don't, I need to pull over now. Now. Pull us over. Still gonna work. Yeah, the problem isn't keeping it straight on turns. The problem is keeping it straight when I want to keep it straight. And it just won't keep straight. It's either that way, or this way, or that way, or this way, or that way, or this way. With this. Just wonder how late the load is going to be. Enjoying the map tours so far. I gotta say it's pretty cool. The map tours. Look at the wind turbines over there. You see them in New Jersey a lot, too. So hopefully when New Jersey's added to this in a few years, they'll add in wind turbines into the map. Getting off at this exit here, and we're gonna probably merge onto the... I'm not pulling over now when we have to stop and yield for other traffic up there. I will pause the game. Shit, there's someone behind me. Always miles behind me. He won't even catch up. Keep your hazards on. Don't care because we're headed up this ramp. Those two are following each other. Now we need to... anyway, since we need to stop and yield, now we'll check the map for directions. Well, there's the Walberts, so we don't need to go too far. So, the Walberts is pretty close. We're not going to get any money for this load anyway, remember? Unless something happens that tells the game, well... Because we delivered it, and since this isn't a game of time, this is more of a game of off time. Like time that's off, not like relaxation time. Now you need to stop, even though there's no traffic to give way to. In real life, you still need to stop and give way. Even on a very lame, not busy road like this. Oh shoot! I couldn't think of the correct way to move, so I ended up just missing that thing. It works. In your own truck, hazards wouldn't be a big deal because you'd just be able to pass whenever you wanted, and you'd be able to see any oncoming trucks from like a distance away. That must be some sort of dam that, I don't get why it's a dam, considering that there's still water. Maybe there's no way to pass that mark. That's probably what it is. Keep the hazards on, the speed limit hasn't changed, and neither have we. There's no traffic light for this. All we need to do is just do this. First of all, we don't even need to do whatever, because the light just changed. Oh my, what just happened? There must have been some guy crossing. It was a guy crossing, yep. We seriously need repairs. Where's the repair shop in this town? I don't know where it is. Well, let's make this right. Fresno discovery. Well, we can just drive slow because we're entering Walbert's. Walbert's is just down this road. See, there's Walbert. Walbert's looks pretty realistic, doesn't it? Yeah, all except for the sign. They would never have that kind of Walmart sign up in real life. It's just always Walmart and these other stores. There are other stores in the Walmart. Like, what other stores? There might be a Stop and Shop. There might be Dollar Tree, which is just basically a store where everything's a dollar. Most of it. Some of it's like $2 or $3. Late penalty by 129. So time hasn't passed that quickly in the game. Only 6 days pass. Well, does the job market work? Does it work? I don't understand at all. Click on drive. There's our load. Sell goods. Now how the heck do we get out of here? Spin. Leave silence back there. We'll fly through Walbert's. Everyone at Walbert's can see us. We'll get a loot here. Then we'll head over to the. If we can, we'll head over to the repair shop. But that's just a little bit out of the way. Let me check out the jobs here. Sacramento. Perfect. We'll take it. We'll take it, I meant. It's back there. I'll grab the repairs. I'll go get the repairs. First, we're going to get repaired. I'm sorry. We're getting repaired in this stupid town. I mean, outdoor equipment, that's pretty realistic for a real-life Walmart. Real-life Walmarts have lawn care and all that. So that's realistic outdoor. Well, at least the Walmart near me has it. I don't know about your Walmart. Certain, but Walmarts in real life just do have it. So that's all that matters. Hey workers, get back to work! Maybe get back to work on this truck. Maybe fix it up. I'm just gonna fly because I want to get back to my load in time. So I just want to fly to our load and it'll be good. Don't worry. Yeah, I know we're doing something illegal, but there's no cops in this game, so ha 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 ha. Look at this. There's the repair shop that we need. Let's pull in. Swirl around here. Around, and around, and around. And we better not just get well. Alright, it doesn't matter because we'll get that money back in our job here. So looks like we'll be good. So let's turn right. We'll be just be taking. We're driving through town right now, so. Oh, I've got a load to get to. Alright, we'll drive slow around here. Since it's near the Walmarts. Or not. Oh my. Alright, so you got the truck repaired? Alright. Pull back into Walmarts. Don't worry, we got our load already. Dude! Thanks for cleaning the windows of the Walmarts. I'm not gonna be back here for a while. Because I don't know when I'll be back, actually. I don't know why all these loads are here. I guess they're not ready to be shipped off to the world. I guess this is the only one that is. Walmart to Sacramento. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's get back on the road. It's just gonna be taking Interstate 5. Take 5 then. That's better. Let's go. This job will actually make some money on. Well, I'll talk about non-collision zones and collision zones now. So, non-collision zones just basically mean that you could just, if there were 10 trucks in a depot, in a loading dock, you'd be able to go through every single truck and not hit a single one of them. Nice, right? It's especially nice that we're getting a green light. And collision zones basically yeah, city recognition in this game, it just sucks because you left the city. Once we get over there, it's gonna be we came back to the city. See, left the city, entered the city. I'm gonna talk like Italiano now because this is annoying stuff. LOL. I think you get it. But we're not taking 99, we're taking 55. I mean 5, yeah. Though it's not gonna be much different on 99, but 99 is right there. Maybe we should have some hazards on. I just love the trailer. It says Walbert. I don't even know why they chose Walbert. Why they couldn't choose like Walbert? So that it sounded like Walmart so much, but it'd be Walbert. Walbert would be cool. I guess they didn't care. They'll just do Walbert. Sounds so much better. Although they could have done Walbart. Walbart. I don't know why they didn't do Walmart. It would have sounded so much like Walmart. I guess they were too afraid of the licensing. I guess they didn't know what Walmart was. Obviously they knew what Walmart was. Maybe they didn't hear of Walmart, but they knew there was something like Walmart, and they just decided, hey, we're gonna do something. And what'd you think it was called? What'd you think Walmart was called? I don't know. But I came up with a cool name, Walbert. She's like, Walbert sounds weird. Let's do it. And they just probably did it. You know, these people are from Prague. They're not from the U.S. like us. I don't know if Walmart's a... Dude! Horn spamming! Oh, what does it say? Airman just passed? How am I supposed to choose a player from the list? Alright, so now it's time to get a bit speeded up now. Because of all the time we just stopped there. So just watch how I deal with this as fast as speeds. Shoot, we're not going to Sacramento. Oh, shoot. Oh, quadruple shoot, quintuple shoot. I don't know what 6 times shoot is. Well, if it's sextillion, I'd say sextuple, but I don't know. Septuple, octuple. I don't know if it goes tuple after a while. Shoot, we were supposed to get off here. Oh well. We'll just continue on 5. We could always revisit San Francisco. I think we should go see Hornbrook and then come down south, see San Francisco, and head back on 5. But what I thought was, oh, shut up about what you thought. My brain's happening. Someone must be pulled over and can't move on the side of the interstate. They better not be on this side of the interstate. Oh, it's just a car just sitting there waiting for his, I don't know, waiting for someone to just walk on the highway and say, dude, pick me up. And I'd be like, get out. Is that guy coming toward me? No, because he's headed, if he did head that way, I would just, but seriously, that guy was spamming the horn. And that's actually a rule in the multiplayer server. I don't know what rule it was. Like, you can just honk the horn a couple times, but don't just be like, are we alone? Alright, I'll show you what to do. Just don't be like, for like more than 15, for over 30 seconds. Then they might just kick you off the server. In this server, it's pretty creepy. People are just watching all the time. Basically, the people who are ready to ban you at a moment's notice. And if you do end up getting banned from the server, we can't finish our map tours, and then you have to watch our map tours in the boring AI version. Okay, well, it's not an AI version, but I think multiplayer is cooler because you get to actually play with other people in the game instead of just AI traffic that's just generated for you. And they're not really around you, they're just surrounding you and trolling you. Okay, yeah, well, the people on the server are gonna troll you more, but still. I just wonder how we're gonna get back to San Francisco at this rate. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe, but we have to deliver the load to Sacramento first, which is the capital of California. Yeah, the capital of each state is in this thing. Phoenix for Arizona, Carson City for Nevada, and Sacramento for California. Yeah, Stockton and Sacramento have huge signs on the interstate saying that we're in the city. Welcome to Stockton, that sign said. I know someone who likes watching the Squirrel Simulation channel because he's also a simulation guy. He's a simulation guy, I bet. I'm not really a simulation guy just yet. I only started last week, but... Did you just see how close that was to me getting some damage on this truck? Did you just see that? Now let's go back to what we were talking about. Yeah, he said he wanted to see Stockton so badly because he lived there. And Squirrel, the YouTuber, just kept, like, not going there. And... But look, I live in Connecticut, which is nearly 3,000 miles, which is about 3,000 miles from where we are in the game right now. We're in Sacramento, and taking 80 all the way to Teaneck, New Jersey, which is basically the terminus of 80, would be 2,900 miles. 2,900 miles. 2,900 miles, right? Yeah. And then another 70 miles. Another 70 miles of road until you get to, Enduro Whalers, you waiters or whoever. Let me see what his name is. Enduro Wadlers. You so should have gone. His name is Painter, and he's got the same Walbert trailer, except just a tiny bit longer. Because we have 13.5 tons of empty pallets, and the European people are probably asking me, how do you do that so fast? Okay, well, 2,000 pounds is a ton. Alright, that's the only, like, 1,000 that's like one of the only, or maybe even the only, 1,000, whatchamacallit, 1,000-based measurement in the U.S. customary system. What was his name? It's Say-Sate. I wonder what that means. Hopefully nothing bad. I always worry about that, like, looking at a word and thinking that it's, like, not cool. Or something like that. Like, I'd probably be able to know a lot of those words, but some words, yeah. We're getting off downtown Sacramento. So you get to see Sacramento, at least the capital. Maybe we'll see the Capitol building, who knows. But I won't bother you with that, that's just a big loop. I mean, it's also just industrial. There's a bitumen's over there, yes. But we'll be probably getting something from Walbert anyway. Are we delivering to a Walbert's? We're delivering to a Walbert's. Shoot. Keep it to your speed limit. Alright. There's the ice cream truck. The ice cream truck. Maybe he just finished his delivery route. don't know what the heck. Let's get down there. Why do I have my hazards on the city? Well, I'm not going exactly. I'm going left of this. So here's Motor City. And a motel. And across the street from the motel is a Walmart's. I don't get it, but that's the difference between people and driving in cars and people driving in RVs. If people are driving in RVs, they're probably going to the Walmart's, because I've watched a YouTube video of someone who RVs in a Walmart. Walmart. It's Walmart in real life. Walmart, it's taking over. If Walmart changes its name to Walmart's, that would be hilarious. And then Walmart would have to change to Walmart, and that would be hilarious. What happened if the real life company of Walmart changed to Walmart? Would Walmart have to change to Walmart? At least we got some money in our pocket now. 2 messages. The account is overdrawn for the repair, and so, but when's the next loan payment due back? Yeah, $3,000 a day. That's a lot. So let's check out the Walmart here. Check out its jobs. Also, we gotta check out the how we're gonna do this. Should we just head up to Hornbrook and Redding now? But then we have to head back down. Let's just find a job to, like, I don't know, San Francisco from here. And if we can't find a job, and hi-ho the Barrio, we're getting a job. There we go, leave our Walmart trailer there. Gotta hurry, so let's check out the job. Otherwise, we can head over to the other Walmart. I know there's 2 Walmarts in this city. But please, in New York City, they have, like, so many more jobs. Sacramento, Redding. We could reroute us around through San Francisco, but that's too far. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go to Redding. Then we're going to head north, and then we'll head back south. So we'll just do that. Let's take the job. Let's see what it's do. So where's our job? Where we pick it up? Over there, huh? Alrighty. All those cars in the car park. At the end of the episode, I'm taking us to single player mode. And I'm showing you something. I'm gonna go like this, but then I'm gonna turn in. Which way should we go? By the way, that guy's trying to buy the trucking headquarters, but I showed you the trucking headquarters already, so I don't have to show you the trucking headquarters. Oh, he's not going to the trucking headquarters. Oh yeah, he is in the trucking headquarters. My bad, my bad. Oh well, if we just go like this, oh, we only get fined one time because there's gonna be no light over here. Okay, well, we'll just deal with this. All I need to do is fake a right turn. No, all you need to do is go like this. Skip the light like a boss. The heck? Oh well. Look at all these trees lined up. Tree after tree after tree! And I thought I was gonna nearly crash into another tree. I think afterwards I gotta show you single player mode, show you what happens when we crash into one of those cars. it's so funny what happens. But I don't want to ruin the surprise for you. So, we have to wait, unfortunately, until I get to single player mode again. But by the way, in single player mode, I did something. I told you this yesterday, but remember, I got a no damage mod because damage is crazy, and I had to get it. Now, obviously, I'm probably going to drive better for you when I'm on land. I've already tested the no damage feature, so enough. So I don't think I'm going to need to share it to you more when... I don't get how they can't be tricked. What if I was actually going to the right? Or something like that. What if I was actually pulling over in that grassy area? Oh, well... At least this won't be bad. Imagine, just for this light to be green and all those fines wasted. We'll just head up this way, because I think it's much easier just to go this way. We could also just... Sacramento and Stockton. Alrighty, back on the interstate. We go.
Hola, 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 hola. Hola, hola, hello, hello.
Oh shoot! I was so focused on the message that guy gave me that I wasn't focused on keeping your speed down. We will head down 80 through past Truckee eventually, but first we gotta go through here.
Hello, hello, hello.
His number's 93. Just annoying people.
Hello, hello, hello.
Look at the tractor crossing sign. I don't see any tractors for miles. I don't even see any tractors. I don't even see any tractors parked. I don't see any farms. Okay, well, I see farms on either side of the interstate. But come on, this is the desert for crying out loud. It's just gonna be a lonely drive all the way up to where'd-you-call-it? Reading. Until we get pulled over through a weighing inspection. Okay, well, we're not getting pulled over, remember? Weigh stations are just lighted up. They're lighted up. They're open. Or we're closed on stop here, and and if they're closed, they're gated off. So they're probably being closed for like years, maybe even decades, instead of, I don't know. They're being closed for decades instead of just being closed for, I don't know, a few weeks, few months, maybe a month or two. I mean, a few weeks, a month or two. They're not closing it down for that long. They're closing it down for years, maybe even decades, if their gate's down. But if they're just closed and like, I guess those guys are meeting, I guess those truckers are meeting up, and I don't know, doing a trip together. I don't know, but if truckers want to do a trip together, it's usually one driver, and the other trucker is just sitting in the seat next door. Like, that's the seat for, like, the co-pilot, for, like, the co-trucker. This is the trucker's seat, that's the co-trucker's seat. Now, obviously, we're both truckers, but eventually, if we're just gonna keep repeating the pattern, we're also both co-truckers. You're probably asking me right now, when do you get like those huge sleeper cabins? And that's at level 10 for the Kenworth. So that's a while. And shoot, there's someone coming. He better see me. I'll pull over to the right, because that's what happens in the US. Okay, well, in the US, people are pretty mean. They don't normally pull over, go to the right. But sometimes they will do that. Like, only annoying drivers do that. But if you're in a state with nice drivers, it'll be much better. See, I do have hazards on, but that's only because if I don't have hazards on, then there goes a crop duster. It's just a very long interstate all the way to Reading, and then another longer one through the Redwood Forest, which is an interesting drive. I think I'll take you on it, but you'll be able to see some of it from Reading. So if we don't get a job up to Hornbrook, Reading and Medford. I don't know what the heck Medford is, but you know, with Interstate 5 and Interstate 80, no, Interstate 5 and meet up here, like two Interstate 5. So like one Interstate 5 goes that way, west, and another one goes south and north. But then there's another direction toward this made-up thing called McCloud, and McCloud is just supposed to be this made-up town so that AI traffic has somewhere to go, but where people playing the game can't, and that's unfair because guess what? McCloud isn't even a town like the towns you've been seeing warning you not to go places like Tijuana, Santa Fe, which is in New Mexico, Tijuana, which is in Mexico, Baja California, which is short California in Spanish, What else? Oh, Salt Lake. I cannot wait to be able to see Salt Lake. Salt Lake's cool, but it's still just more desert. I've driven past the Salt Lake too. Not in a truck. In a car. A few months ago I did. And Salt Lake's pretty interesting. They will hopefully have a truck stop there. And did I tell you that I hope that when they put New York City in the game that there is a Kenworth dealer in New York City? Because I've seen the Kenworth dealer. There actually is a Kenworth dealer. So I'm hoping that there will be a Kenworth dealer. Because of that reason. Yeah, it's not off a road where truckers can go. It was off a parkway, which is a road that trucks can't go on. They can only go on roads that are called expressways, which are just basically this. And this is an expressway. Now, the Golden Gate Bridge, here's the thing about the Golden Gate Bridge. If you were to go to San Francisco and drive over the Golden Gate Bridge, you would see, like, car after car after car after car after car. You would not see cars after car after truck after truck after car after car after car after truck after car after truck after truck after truck after car after car. No, you wouldn't see any trucks. Yeah, some parts of 101 have trucks on it, but the Golden Gate Bridge, surprisingly, no, doesn't have any trucks on it. Probably because they take the Bay Bridge out and not the Golden Gate. The Golden Gate is just more of a bridge for people with short distances to go, for cars to go on. But and welcome to our first damage of our new truck. Shoot, we're nearly out of fuel. We're getting gas on the way out. Jeez, we just ran out of fuel. How long have we been recording? An hour. Only an hour. What the heck, game? Alright, to be fair, we didn't start off with a full tank of gas at the beginning of the episode anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'll take us off cruise control and let us slightly coast and slightly brake down the hill. Coast, brake, coast, brake. Coast just basically means to just, like, not be using any throttle, but you're, like, moving. But what the heck, game? Seriously, well, at least the gas station's over here. So let's be careful when we're trying to pull in, because I don't want to accidentally rub the trailer against the fuel price sign. Okay, so in real life, diesel would not be cheaper than... Actually, that's actually pretty good. It says diesel price is $2.81, then why does it say $2.82? Rip off, dudes! Let's see, so... Let me just see. Let me see, so $2.81... That's actually pretty realistic. Yeah, it would be more expensive than regular fuel, but plus some premium. It's more expensive then. We have entered the city of Reading. Yeah, we'll come back down via 101. We'll take the Golden Gate and the Beacon. Not the Beacon. The Beacon is a bridge in New York. The Beacon's a bridge in New York State. Not the Beacon Bridge. I hope that bridge is included when we have to take when Interstate 84 in Connecticut's added. But I was meaning to say the Oakland Bay Bridge, which is much more popular than Beacon. Beacon's a bridge, obviously, in Beacon. What the heck? What happened? You pulled into the wrong joint. You're delivering to Eddie's food. Yeah, I can see we delivered it to the wrong joint. We're supposed to deliver it just down the street. Comes delivering. What the heck? Just why? But here's Eddie's food. Eddie's food. It's in a Eddie's food is an American long haul too for some weird reason. I used to play American long haul, but now I play this. Now we have money in our pocket. I don't want radio player. How's overdrive settled? Yep. I know. I'm the cool guy. Let's see the map. Let's check out the map. Let's see if we can get a job to Hornbrook, which is just north of here. I'll show you this. So, you see how Interstate 5 here, it says that you could go far, that AI just goes farther, but in real life, there's only one Interstate 5. There's no other Interstate 5. So there's really no point in that intersection. But of course, they can't have a cloverleaf unless they just added, they probably just copy and paste cloverleafs and just change the scenery. So that's why they had to make a big cloud. But in reality, there's no such thing as big cloud. Neither is there an extension to Interstate 5. If there was a an extension of Interstate 5, it would be like Interstate 105 or Interstate 205 or 305 or 405. Okay, I don't even know if half those interstates even exist in the real world. No. Apparently we can't get anything from Eddie's food, so. We just have to quickly head down the road to the Wallbirds. To the Wallbirds. And pull into the joint. And we'll grab a load. Sacramento, Rito, Reading. Oh well, we'll just head over to whatchamacallit. We'll head over to Hornbrook. We'll just have to go some of the way without it. But first we gotta like plan out our route. So we're gonna head this way. Yeah, add new checkpoints to the ad. And we'll head up to Hornbrook. And then we'll head back down to Reading. Yeah, so how long is that gonna take? It'll take not too long, so we'll probably be able to get to Hornbrook, or maybe even head back from Hornbrook. But we don't clear the waypoint yet because we haven't cleared the rest of the waypoint. So hopefully the waypoint will clear. Otherwise, don't clear waypoint. Don't clear. That's my waypoint. Did you get the joke? Instead of that's my boy, I said that's my waypoint. It's like telling a dog to sit or something like that. I've leveled up. Cool. I'm not interested right now because I'm on the road. I just got on the road. Couldn't you have told me this like 2 seconds ago when I was not on the interstate? When we pull over for weighing, we'll head to Hornbrook and back. Except it's going to be a pretty lonely drive to Hornbrook, because no one's going to really go to Hornbrook. Unless they want, I don't know, explore it. But they probably already explored it, most of these people, because Most of these people get this game in like February. I had to get it in June, unfortunately. Of course, I asked for it in March, and I got it in March, but I didn't see it until June. So, unfortunately, we are still exploring this map. So about my episodes, yeah, you see how it says McLeod on there? Seriously, all they needed to do was make it so that it was, one of their normal intersections, like, not the diamond interchange, but, like, the intersection, like, not a clover leaf, but it looks more like a loop. It's like there's an oval, but it's not a clover leaf. Time for one lonely drive all the way up to Hornbrook. One lonely, long drive all the way up to Hornbrook. And this is probably the last thing for this episode, because there's no way if we were having... But I timed when we... Oh, well, there are some people that might be coming through. Let me guess, that will happen another 5 to 10 times before we arrive at Hornbrook. It nearly happened 6 times. It nearly happened a 4th time. Yeah, the tough part about this game is getting up to Hornbrook. Because Hornbrook is like the tip of the map. You can never get to Hornbrook. Like, I just wish that Hornbrook, and they would have added, like, I don't know, another, like, part of Hornbrook. I don't know, they just added in Hornbrook so that they could just add in this lotus scenery. Because we're driving through the Redwood Forest. Okay, well, we're not driving through the Redwood Forest. We're driving around. We're driving past it. But still, these are all redwood trees. Well, some of them are redwood trees, but not all of them. Like those tall ones, they look like palm trees, except converted into redwood. This is the cold part of California. Like, you don't know how far north we are from Los Angeles, and you know California is a pretty thin, tall, long state. It's not bigger than Texas or Alaska. Yeah, I asked the UK gamer Squirrel about Alaska, and he was like, "What are you talking about?" And I can understand that. Alaska is next to Russia. Yeah, so I kept track of the time it took us to get to Hornbrook. So far, it's taken about 6 minutes. 5 to 6 minutes, so... It took like 6 minutes, so... So I think we'll make it all the way back to Reading, to a place to get a job at before we have to quit off the game. Yeah, this is interesting too. In Utah, if you go drive to eastern Utah, and you'll see this just... However, Utah's not going to be very interesting because after Salt Lake City, it's because besides Salt Lake City, okay, there's Salt Lake City, there's Arches National Park, there's Park City, Heber, and there are plenty of other places. And I've been in a couple of them too, because I went to Utah in April. And yeah, I pronounce it Utah. It's supposed to be Utah, but I think Utah sounds a little bit like ta-da, so I say Utah instead, because it seems more like it's pronounced, even though it's supposed to be pronounced that way. And I've been talking a while, but please... See, that sign said Portland, which means that it's just going to be Portland. There's going to be no... And also, in real life, if you took an exit onto 80 in San Francisco, it wouldn't say Stockton. It would say, no, if you are on Interstate 80, if you got on Interstate 80 from Interstate 5, you wouldn't be seeing signs to Truckee. You would be seeing signs for Reno, which is just like in Salt Lake City. You're not going to be seeing signs for all the tiny little towns that you pass by, because Interstate 80 doesn't really have any towns. Really. Oh right, I forgot about Provo. Provo's another town. And about Hornbrook. Hornbrook is just going to be like a little side road to it's going to kind of be like Huron. Alright, so we've been recording for not too long, so I think that we should just... I don't want to check out the jobs in Hornbrook. I want to go back to Reading and check them out. Look at the guys who quit. Yeah, so it took us about 10 minutes. So it's just going to take us another 10 minutes, and by then it'll be like about an hour and a quarter we've been recording. So it'll be good. It won't be the hour and a half episode that we had to deal with yesterday. Hold on, let me just pull over in this gas station and check out the thing on the thing. And we'll just pull over right here. Obviously, we're going to take a $500,000 loan. Yeah, it means more money to pay off every day, which is not smart, but with the amount of money we'll have, by the time we start to, like, grow, and this is not going to be my multiplayer profile that I'm going to use. This is just the multiplayer profile I'm using for the map tours. I'm not using this for the rest of my videos of multiplayer that I'm gonna do after map tours. This is just map tours. So now you're probably asking me, am I gonna do map tours every time a state comes out? Alright, well, I'm probably gonna do it like a month after every state comes out. I'm not gonna do it exactly when it comes out. Yes, so loan installments, but remember, I can do whatever I want in this thing. I can add as much money as I want, because basically this is going to only be our profile for map tours, and map tours is probably only going to take like 2 or 3 more weeks. I don't think 2 or 3 more weeks at the most. I don't think it's even going to take 3 weeks, because we're definitely making it to San Francisco next episode. We're not going to make it there this episode. Next episode, we'll definitely make it to San Francisco, and after the next episode... Hold on a second. After tomorrow's episode, I'm not going to be home from Saturday for a few days. So Wednesday will be the next episode after Saturday. I'm just telling you. So I mean after Friday. So after Friday, you have to spend 5 days without my videos, which I think you can completely deal with because I have quite humorous videos for you to rewatch, and even if you rewatch them, doesn't matter. The only thing that annoys me about rewatching is that you add more views. So what I wish is that YouTube wouldn't. I wish that instead of YouTube recording the amount of people watching a certain video via views, because if someone wants to if someone wants to listen to it 5 times in one day, you've just added 5 views when you're only one person. And I've done that to plenty of people. I've done like 5 views on some unpopular video, and I actually did it to one of my classmates. I'm not gonna share who, because in case some of my classmates watch this video, they're gonna be like, they're gonna tell this guy, do you know what Chris did in one of his YouTube videos that you was viewing? And then they'll be like, what? And then, yeah, but I don't want to share who for that very reason, because I don't need anyone being a snitch. Any of my classmates being a snitch just because they watched my YouTube videos. But now let me cut to the chase now. I was talking about instead of YouTube recording you by views, it should record you by the amount of people who liked the video or people who watched it. So if one person wants to watch it 5 times, instead of it going from 1,300,000 views to 1,305,000 views, it's gonna go from a million viewers to 1,000,001 viewers instead of 1,000,005. I think it makes sense, doesn't it? So that it doesn't, you don't have someone watching it 5 times and them getting like. Shoot, it didn't clear the waypoints. But that guy was headed to Hornbrook earlier, don't ask me why.
Vale, señores, ¿dónde os espero? Yo voy a repostar. Yo os espero en el taller de Racing.
Alright, so that was just to prove to my classmates the quietness was just to prove to my classmates that I can be quiet for more than a minute and a half. Out of the annoyingness of his heart, that guy had to ruin the silence. I was gonna start talking once we got into shoot, this guy is gonna pass me illegally. Sell goods load. Crazy clowns, and he's number 0. So yeah, there is a number 0, I'm guessing. We're back in Reading after a few hours of touring. Now we're gonna grab a load out of Walbert's. So yeah, that was just to prove to my classmates that I could spend more than a minute and a half without talking. Also, I just wanted some silence too.
Estamos en la salida.
Whatever.
En el arcén.
Okay, well, no good jobs. So, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna. Let me just see something. What we're gonna do in this episode is we need to get to Eureka.
Vale, señores, en cuanto estemos salimos.
Alright, so.
No sé quién falta.
Que levante la mano el que falta.
They're speaking to each other. Okay, good. So, if this says it's gonna take 4.5 hours, it's gonna take only like a couple hours. So I think we've got time. Let me just let this guy go because I know it's just gonna be a pain in the. He's just gonna be a pain in the rear if we just. But yeah, I'll put in some more silence now because I just want to. Don't need to fuel up. When we get to Eureka, I'm going to stop recording. But now here comes the silence.
Ya le podemos
If I
dar.
need to start talking, I will talk. I'll just end the quiet there because that was a little awkward. I think it'll be awkward to like crash again and just be quiet, so let's let the quietness resume until Eureka. Actually, I want to talk about some of this. It won't be annoying at all, I promise. So, quiet. We'll resume if we need to. You see these rocks here? Yeah, that Squirrel Gamer commented on this bridge. But now it's my turn to comment. Look at the water. If you go like this, it looks realistic. If you go like this, not so much. You know, sometimes I just want to talk. I don't always want to just be like the shut up guy. YouTube, at least. We'll slow down to that speed because of the turns. But I just don't want to like just always be quiet because maybe I want to point out something or talk about something. So just don't expect me to be quiet all the time. Maybe once per episode or once every other episode. Once per episode would be better, but knowing me and my talking, I don't know. But usually only like a bland environment is going to be a time where we're quiet. But an environment like this, not so much. It's like there are different times to talk. My classmates talk all day. They don't know the difference between class and lunch, or the bus ride home, or recess. We'll slow down to this speed because speed limit changes are getting annoying. But don't you just like the scenery that we're passing by? Yeah, I don't really care about scenery that much. I just like the drive. I just like the driving portion of it. And that's it. But I know that I know that most of you guys are gonna like the scenery more than me just driving and talking. So I just drive. I do what I want, I do what I enjoy, and you get to see what you enjoy. Now this is a causeway, meaning that we're going over a tiny strip of land, and there's river on both sides. It's kind of like a dam that just blocks one side of the lake, or reservoir, from going to the other side of the reservoir. It still counts as the river. I mean, it still counts as the lake or the reservoir, but and America has some pretty interesting scenery. Oh shoot, there's some dude behind me. I'll pull over. Let him die. That guy has some trouble with the steering wheel too, I guess. But it's mostly because of the connection. It's not because of either my computer, the gate, or the steering wheel like this thing. So it's about 8 o'clock. We've been recording for about an hour, 20 minutes. So by the time we get to Reading, everything will be better. We'll pull up near the waypoint, which is going to be near some loading docks. I gotta find out what the 19 on the call box means. Is it like some sort of radio connection? Look, I will show you guys Utah if it comes out. I don't know what's coming out because it's gotta be adjacent to. It's gotta be adjacent to one of the states we have. So we have California, Nevada, and Arizona. So bordering California is Oregon, and Nevada and Arizona, which we already have. Nevada and Arizona we already have. Oregon we don't. So Oregon's a possibility. Bordering Nevada is Idaho. I don't know about Montana yet. We could pull over and find out. No. Montana's like north of Idaho. Now let's get back to speed. Yeah, Montana's like north of Idaho. But Idaho's a possibility. It borders Nevada. Nevada also borders Oregon, but... And then you've got Arizona. It borders New Mexico, Nevada... Oh, Nevada also borders Utah. Because Interstate 80 goes through the following states. I think Interstate 80 goes through California, Nevada, Utah, Colorado... No, but first Wyoming. Oh, it doesn't go to Colorado. That's Interstate 70 that goes to Colorado. But Interstate 80 goes to... No, it goes to Wyoming, and then Nebraska. Then I think it goes to Iowa. No, then it goes to Kansas. Wait, does Kansas even... Okay, let's pretend it goes to Kansas. I don't know. Interstate 70 goes to Kansas. Okay, Nebraska, and then it might be Iowa. And then it's Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and then it's Pennsylvania, and then it's New Jersey. And then Interstate 80 meets up to Interstate 95 and turns to the George Washington Bridge and goes into Manhattan. Now, trucks cannot go into Manhattan unless they take the avenue. So, in New York, they have avenues. They have 5th Avenue, 6th Avenue, 7th Avenue, and they have streets. 32nd Street, 59th Street. Of course, but they're separated by west and east. There's Darshell Uzow. We're not going to Darshell Uzow today, however. We're going to Eureka! Yeah, and in and when I went to Salt Lake City, I found out that this is called the Mad River, by the way, this river. In Salt Lake City, I found out that the streets are named, like, I don't know. I think they were named, like, G16th Street or something like that. I don't know. I'll look it up, and if I remember, I'll tell you when I get a chance. Yeah, but the only way for me to keep the steering wheel straight is to, like, push down and hold with 2 hands. And it looks pretty awkward the way I'm holding the steering wheel. Right now I'm holding it with 1 hand, which is why it's not very straight at all. I'm gonna put on headlights because it's after 7 p.m. in the game. I don't know where we're gonna go in Eureka. Maybe to the Voltison Motors up there. I'll probably go to the Voltison Motors. And about the truck wash, you can't go to the truck wash or the shopping center. All there is a travel store, a Pedro. It's called Pedro Shopping Center, but I bet you all of them are called Pedro. Yeah, we'll go to the Voltison Motors. We'll pull into Voltison this way. Did I show you Voltison Motors yet? Maybe it's single player mode. Yeah, I'm not gonna show you single player yet. Maybe in a week or so. Maybe in a few weeks, but I will eventually. So obviously we can't get a job now because this is the end of our episode. We've been recording for nearly an hour and a half, so it's time to quit off. And we can't sit here long, otherwise they're gonna kick us off the server, so we gotta quit off soon. So I'll show you around. This is a non-collision zone. There's a guy. There's Voltison Motors. Oh my gosh! Look inside that Voltison Motors shop. There's literally a guy talking and a girl probably annoyed at the company. Or maybe that's a meeting. I don't know, but that's so realistic. But anyway, that's all we have time for. In the next episode, we're going to see if we can find a job that's going to take us down Ukiah and, I don't know, into San Francisco. After San Francisco, we're going to find our way to Interstate 80 and head up through to Truckee. And then we'll see how far we can make it around the circle. But that's all we've got time for. I got to quit off now. Otherwise, we'll get kicked off. It'll actually be a little bit of time before we get kicked off, but I think we're safe. But I still want to get out of here soon. And we're also going to try to find a job in this loading dock, this joint. And I'll try to figure out about the Voltison motor thing there. But bye! I've been taking too long. So I have to keep to my promise and quit off.